Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Lunch Talk with the Carters. I am your hostess, Starr Carter.
And I am your host, Michael Carter.
And we're here just to tell you it is time to get the show started. Wow, we are here in 2018, about to kick off our very first episode with Lunch Talk with the Carters. So how does it feel this morning to be here at this moment, Mr. Carter?
Well, it feels great. It feels magnificent. You know, we've been planning this thing for a long time now, and it's finally here. It's finally in effect. 2018, we're going to kick this thing off with Lunch Talk with the Carters.
So if you listened to our intro show on this past Monday, then you would know today's discussion is going to be on provocative dressing in couple situations. So me and my husband, we have had several discussions on this topic.
Several.
And so we just decided that we were going to do this first episode talking about that. You know, I know it's a little cold right now, so nobody's thinking about dressing very scantily, you know, unless that's in your profession. But we're not going to even go there. But I'm just saying, in a couple situations, we just want to know, how do you feel about your mate dressing a little bit more provocative than they probably would if they were single?
Yeah, that's male and female. So, but baby, I can only speak for the fellas on the females. Provocative dressing for me is when a female goes out and showing all her goodies for the world to see. In other words, ass out, pussy out, titties out, everything's out for the world to see. Now, with me, come on, ladies, come on. Now, you got to have a little more respect to me for yourself and for your man tend to go out and show the world everything you're working with.
Well, you know, I feel like some women, I don't think that they are doing it to grab the attention of the opposite sex. They may just feel good in what they're wearing. They want to feel sexy. You know, sometimes us women, you know, after we have worked all day, we clean house, we take care of our children, you know, we got to do the wifey or the girlfriend or whatever your role is in your relationship. You still have all those duties. And most of the time, we're not dressed up. We're not got our makeup on. We don't have our hair, you know, just laid. You know, we might have our hair done, but it may not be just laid as if you were going out somewhere. So sometimes when we do get that downtime and we get to go out and chill with our girls or whatever, we just want to feel good and dress in a way that make us feel good, you know, after having done everything we've done, you know, for the family and for our jobs and that kind of thing.
Well, that's almost true, honey, in the female fantasy world. But come on, ladies and guys, be real, guys. Come on. If a lady is dressing like that, 9 times out of 10, she ain't doing it because she feels good. To me personally, they're out there doing it because they want to show out what they're working with. I mean, because look at the videos out there with the rappers and all of this. They think that type of stuff is how to attract men. 9 times out of 10 is a good way to attract men, but not the only way.
But I think that that's a single perspective there, not in a couple relationship. I mean, because I wouldn't think that a girl that's in a relationship, not saying, I don't know. But you know, married or whatever would want to be in a video or whatever, all dressed up, provocative or whatever. But I don't know. People do whatever they want to do nowadays in these type of relationships. A lot of relationships don't hold, you know, a lot of the old school values that me and my husband may hold, you know, and that's just because we got a little, you know, getting a little season on us. But, you know, whatever works in your relationship is good for me. But my husband, like I said, we don't agree on this particular subject. Because I don't feel like
not at all.
Clothes make a difference if you know who you are with. If you know that you're with this person, this is the person that you love, then you should accept your mate when they dress that way. Because here's my theory on that. Most people do not change their habits. So when you met your spouse or your mate, who are, you know, like I said, depending on whatever your relationship situation is, the title that they would be given. But when you first meet this person, you should already have a clue of how they are. If you did not meet them, you know, like say if you met them in the grocery store, or if you met them you know, at the bank, or you could have met them in a club or whatever. Usually whatever the presentation that you see the first time may be who they actually are. Because like I know some girls that you probably met them and they were dressed that way. Whether they were in a 9 times out of 10, if they were dressed that way, they probably was out in a social setting. I don't really see anybody getting really dressed up to go to the grocery store. But hey, it may be some people that really get dressed up to go to the grocery store. But I'm just saying, when you first meet somebody, usually the way they are, their character and how they dress or whatever, usually you're going to see that early on before you become an actual couple. So I feel like if you accepted it then you should accept it while you're together.
No, that's totally preposterous. No, honey. No. It's the difference. When you become into a relationship with somebody, you have to take on a different mindset. You can't have the single mindset. Because my point of view, that's a single mindset. Now, if you're in a relationship and you out there trying to convince the world that you're dressed in a skanky way just to feel good and stuff like that, I don't agree with that. Not at all. Because of the fact of the matter is this. I'm not saying it's right or wrong because, I have a tendency to look at things from my wife's perspective too sometimes, guys, believe it or not. But I have a understanding of what my wife is saying, but I'm just saying about society. Society doesn't look at things in that logical of a way. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, but the fact of the matter is, you see a skimpily dressed woman out there with all her ass and pussy out, you're going to look at that woman in a lesser way. You're not going to look at her, oh, I'm getting to know her for her mind. No, you're not. You're going to look at her and say, wow, I need to try to holler at her. I need to get with that. And females, you got to realize that's how society is going to grade you. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but the fact of the matter is that's how they look at it.
So, I mean, you can't really worry about how people think about you, especially if you're already in a relationship. Because you're not, to me, if you're already in a relationship, then you're not trying to attract anybody else. But you're not also trying to hide your attractiveness. Just because you're in a relationship, that don't mean you have to walk around like you're a freaking nun or something and you don't want people to know.
I agree.
I feel like that's a compliment to the next person if your mate looks exceptionally well. And that don't mean that they have to be dressed in a provocative way to do that. But if they do dress that way, going out, y'all might be going out on a dinner date, or they may be going out with their friends or whatever. I mean, whatever the case may be, to warrant that person to dress a little bit more provocative. Like us ladies may want to show a little bit more cleavage in our dresses, push those girls up a little bit or whatever.
Yeah,
and then
push the girls up.
You may just, and it may just flatter that outfit or flatter that top that you may have on. Or, I don't like what my husband say about you got all your yang out. But I'm looking at it like this. If they don't make the clothes unless you going to church in them or something like that, or some type of business wear or whatever. But, ladies, for the majority of the clothes that they make nowadays, a lot of the dresses, it doesn't matter what size you are. There's no size limit on the way that some of these clothes are made as far as how short they are. It's hard to find a dress unless it's something for a business type of attire or some type of church attire. It's kind of hard to find dresses that are way below your knee nowadays, or even find dresses or tops that are not very low cut in the front. So it's like, to me, our clothes are made to show off a little our sex appeal, whether we want to or not.
But that's the problem, honey. That's the problem.
Well, that's not my fault. That's just the industry.
But I'm just saying that's the problem. Females, I mean, okay, you buy this stuff. If you didn't buy this stuff, I mean, the stuff wouldn't probably get made because they look at advertising and, like I was saying earlier, videos and things like that. That's what females think is attractive.
You can't walk around naked because, like I said, our selection of clothes is very limited to a lot of stuff that shows off a little bit more probably than you would want to show anyway, because that's just how the clothes are nowadays. They feel like everybody wants to have they yang and they stuff out. But what you gonna do? Make your own clothes? If you don't, I mean, but if anybody know me and here in my hometown of South Carolina, if you don't know me, then and you may see me out. Say you may see me out with my girls or whatever on a girls' night out, and I may have on like a tight fitting jeans and a nice little shirt that may show off a little bit more cleavage. That don't mean that I'm out trying to hook up with some guy. I got a husband at the house. He just not with me now, but that don't mean I'm trying to hook up with some guy. I don't feel like I need to go into the club with a turtleneck on just so a guy don't, pay me any attention. I mean, you can't.
So there it is. Attention. There it is. That's why they dress like that.
No, that's not. But see, my example,
because you said attention. That's the thing.
I didn't say I'm trying to get his attention. I'm saying I don't feel like I should have to wear a turtleneck just to avoid him getting my attention. Exactly. Because if you're attractive, you're not if you're not a ugly duckling or whatever, you got a little sex appeal, a little attractive to you, that's going to elude anyway. And then whatever you have on just may enhance that already natural beauty or whatever attribute that you already have. It's just going to enhance it if you wearing, some nice fitting pants and you got a nice, derriere or whatever. Or if you wearing a nice top, if you got, some nice girls sitting on your chest. So I look at it like, we're going to wear things that's going to make us feel good. And men are the same way. So it's not just like, okay, we're going to keep on bashing the women on this. You guys do the same thing. You guys will have on, especially if you've been hitting the gym or whatever, and you got your nice tight glutes and your abs is popping and your chest is all chiseled up. You done oiled it up in the summertime running around here with your tank tops on or no shirt on at all, and you got on y'all skinny jeans and everything showing a little junk in the front or whatever. So that's not selling sex appeal to you, Mr. Carter? You don't think the guys is selling it a little bit as well?
Yeah, I mean, no, that's not the point. Yeah, that's not the point. I'm not saying that guys don't do it, but guys have less body parts to show off. Guess what? Now listen, okay, females, you got ass, titty, and pussy. Okay, guys, we don't have that. And like my wife said, guys want to show off their debonair and down below with your little skinny jeans. Me personally, skinny jeans and a man don't mix, guys. Skinny jeans and a man don't mix. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay, guys want to show off a little junk in the trunk. I mean, I ain't gonna say junk in the trunk, but a little junk in the front. But if you ain't even right, it ain't gonna even happen, guys. So just be real with yourself. Now, if you're not right, it ain't gonna even happen. You ain't gonna have nothing to show off. You're gonna have pants down there and nothing behind it. So my thing is this: females, y'all have a lot more to show off than us men. Okay, yeah, we might walk around with a little shirt off, but come on, ladies, how ridiculous does that sound? Y'all walk around with y'all shirt off, just try to do it because we do it. Y'all got titties in the front. If you don't notice, y'all can't have all that out for the public.
But like I said,
it's not as sexual if men do it. Yes, it is trying to do a little something sexy for the men. I agree. But come on, ladies, y'all can't do that. Walk around with your mammary glands out. We don't have those. That's what my point is. Y'all have more to expose than we do.
Yeah, that is true. But like I said, we can't help that. We didn't have anything to do with how the creation of female was made. So, but we also cannot help that a lot of our clothes are tailored to that. I mean, we're in that type of day and age. We're in a sexy day and age. This time period considered to time periods when our parents were growing up, it was very unheard of for any type of woman back in those times, like our parents or whatever, to be dressed in that kind of way unless you was a lady of the evening or a prostitute or something like that. We need to bring that back.
We need to bring that type of stuff back. Yeah.
Well, see, he want us all to walk around here like we're Amish or something. No offense to the Amish people, but I'm just saying he want us to walk around here like we, got dresses all the way down to our ankles and then Michael here, don't let him fool you all, okay? Because, let me tell you about my husband. Let me tell you right now.
Oh, so we been getting on.
Yeah, we're going to get on him. I'm going to tell you right now about him. He's keeping it. His thoughts are on that line. But listen, if I'm with him, Michael wants me to look just as good, if not better than him. Trust me.
Of course. But I don't want my wife showing off the goodies.
Well, me personally, that's not how I dress anyway. Anybody know me?
Thank God.
I've always been a tomboy at heart. I mean, I will dress, in nice fitting pants or whatever, nice top. But I mean, that's just not me. But I'm not knocking the ones that do. You do you. You do whatever you need to do to make you feel good. If that's what make you feel good, if that's what makes you feel like a woman, because that's what it all boils down to. We want to feel like a woman. We want to feel good. We want to feel like we are the mothers of this earth, and we want to feel like not always as a mom, not always as a sister, not always as, all the different roles that we play in our families.